3. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from group 6. I'm Ulfi Hajizah. I'm leader of this group. So we have Rana and Inastri. Hello Rana.
Hello.
And also we have Sunarti. Hello Sunarti.
Hello.
And also last but not least, hello Tamara.
Hello.
So today we're gonna explain about minimal pairs, phonemes, phones, and allophones. So let's get started. Minimal pairs. Definitions of minimal pairs. In phonology, minimal pairs are pairs of a word of or phrases in the particular language, spoken or signed, that differ in one only phonological element, such as a phoneme, toneme, and chroneme, and have distinct meaning. They are used to demonstrate that two phones are two separate phonemes in the language. And so Rana will explain this. Rana, time is yours.
Right. So in this table, we have other pairs demonstrating the existence of various distinct phonemes in English. All of the possible minimal pairs for any language may be set out in the same way. For example, in the word one and word two, we have pin and bin, rod, lot, tie, tie, seal, zeal, bin, pan, cook, had, mean. So in this note, we have three type. Well, for example, the first one we have initial consonant and then vowel and final consonants. All right, next slide, please. In this one, we have vowels, minimal pairs with vowels. Example, left versus lead. We have a sound at left words and e sound at lead words. Pronunciation is sam, short e. And then we have two different meaning, which is left means in bahasa itu ke kiri, and then lead means mengangkat. Next. And then we also have cool versus cold. Cool word have a long U sound because there is have two dots at the cool word. And then the word cool means it can be cold or it can be nice and good looking. For example, you look so cool with that glasses. And this place is so cold and cool. And see, cold word have a sound. So cool in bahasa means keren atau dingin. And then cold means memanggil. Next. Minimal pairs with consonants. So we have lot versus not. L and A. L and N. Everything is the same, like having same sound, but differences is just at the very first sound. We've got L and N. All right, next. Minimal pairs consonant again. We have pin versus B. Have two consonants at the beginning of the words. We have P and B sound. Remember, if you change the sound, it has different meaning altogether. Next. All right, this slide will gonna be explained by Ulfi. Time is yours.
So this is the rules for minimal pairs. The first one, the word must have the same number of sounds. And the second is, the word must be identical in every sound for one. For number 3, the sounds that difference must be in the same positions in each word. And the last one is, the word must have different meaning. Okay, next. So this is phonemes that will be explained by Sunarti. Sunarti, time is yours.
The phoneme. What is phoneme? The definition of a phoneme is a sound in a language that has its own distinct sound. Phonemes also can change meaning. This writing using cells like A, E, A, I, E, A, I, L, and more is an abstract sound stored in our memory. For example, D, D, and G, and more. For more example, in most dialects of English, with the novel expansion of the West Midlands and the northwest of England, the sound patterns sin and sing are two separate words that are distinguished by the substitution of one phoneme and for another phoneme and. The words like this that differ in the meaning cause the contrast of a single phoneme from a minimal pair. If in another language, and a two sequence different only by pronunciation of the final sound n or n, are phrased and being the same in meaning, then these two sounds are interpreted as phonetic variants of a single phoneme in the language. There are more examples of phonemes that are short, long, diphthong, voice, and voice. You have vowels and then consonants. Example for vowel, I, tip, eagle, and tilt. And then example for consonant, B, fan, hopping, and jump. Okay, next, Tamara Maulita.
Okay,
Okay, next.
for example of phonemes, phonemes example um, short, long, diphthong, voiced, and unvoiced. Um, here, um, vowel, vowels, example sheep, and eagle, and field. And example consonant is P, pan, hopping, and jump. Okay, next. Phoneme spelled by 1 to 4 letters. Here are some examples of phonemes spelled by one to four letters. Example, sit, S-I-T, male, M-A-L, cast, is T, R, and O. Oh, okay. Remember, if you change a phoneme in a word to another phoneme, it will change the meaning of the word. Okay, next. Okay, phones. What is phones? In phonetic and linguistic, a phone is any distinct speech sound, or gesture, uh, re- regardless of whether the exact sound is critical to the meaning of words. For example, the English words kid and cat, and with two distinct phonemes, D and T, and swapping one for the other would change one word into a different word. Phonemes uh, of fonts. Fonts are represented with brackets. Example, A, E, O, U, E, L, G, and more. Next, okay, allophones. What is allophones? Allophones are a kind of phoneme that change its sounds based on how a word is spelled. Think of the letter and what kind of sound it makes in the word tar. Com- compared with stop, it's pronounced with a more forceful, clip sound in the first example than it is in the second. Allophones are represented with brackets to example O, P, K, T, D, A, and more. Next, okay, Sunarti.
Yes, sir. Um, for example of allophones, stop, P is pronounced with a puff of air, and in the strong Y is called aspirated. The second stop, P, is pronounced with no puff air, and in a vulgar way, it calls unispiral. Okay, next, hajizah.
So this is the more example of unaspirated and aspirated phonemes. So we have K and K. For K, the example is cold, or we can say to its back. And for aspirated phonemes, K, we have example is like king. So the second is unaspirated phonemes. We have T, and that is bat, the example. So the aspirated ones is T. The example is thank you or thanks. So we have another unaspirated and aspirated phonemes. We have a G, for example, is gold, and the aspirated phonemes ones, for example, is ghost. So maybe that's from us, from group 6. I hope you all enjoy our video. I'm ulfi, and also we have Rana, Sunarti, and Tamara. Thank you very much. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.